Imagine getting new customer opportunities while you're busy on the job. AI steps in, evaluates each lead, and tells you how likely they are to need your services. And you control the whole process right from your messages. Let me show you where all of this starts. Someone fills out a contact form on my site. Before I even see it, an AI has read what they've written, scored their problem, and sent them a response. 60 seconds, no manual work, and that is just stage 0. This system handles everything, from the form to the proposal. What's important to take a note of is what happens when a lead says no. A pipeline can end. Mine does not. I want to walk you through the whole thing. Before I built this, my lead process was checking my email whenever I was able. Someone fills out the form, could be someone ready to sign a contract or someone who's just curious. I wouldn't know because I'm in the middle of client work. When I finally get to it, I've got their form answers sitting in my inbox. But how I read that depends on what kind of day I'm having. A lead that looks promising on a slow Tuesday might get a different response on a Friday when I'm buried in client work. Then I write a response if I think I can help. I send them more information about what I can provide with a link to book a call. If not, I let them know. Either way, I'm writing from scratch or using a template email I need to find. I needed to streamline this process. I wanted to reply quickly without reducing the quality of the response. I kept thinking about the stat that 35 to 50% of deals go to whoever responds first. And while I'm figuring all that out, I'm risking that the person will reach out to another consultant who will respond faster. I don't want to lose business just because someone else is faster. Even when I respond quickly, I want to remove the gaps between emails, calls, and meetings, where someone hears nothing. That's where deals go to die. So the core principle behind what I built is no dead air. Someone should not go more than 48 hours without hearing from me or my system. Here's the full pipeline. It's 4 stages. Stage 0 is lead capture and qualification. The form comes in, AI reads the inquiry and scores it. Not just hot, warm, or cold. It looks at what they're actually dealing with. Have they tried to fix it before? How urgent is it? Having a customer context means that when I respond, I'm addressing their specific situation, not sending a template. Then the nurture sequence kicks in. Acknowledgement email goes out in under 60 seconds. Within a few hours, I send a personal response. The AI actually drafts it for me based on what they wrote, and I review and edit before it goes out. A few hours after that, the AI picks a relevant case study and sends it as a second touch. If the lead doesn't book a meeting, what I call nudge sequences start. Stages 1 and 2 are the briefing call and discovery call. For each call, the AI generates prep notes, tailored questions, industry context, a preliminary scope estimate. After the briefing call, it generates a structured document with the problem analysis, success criteria that go to the client for confirmation. Before the discovery call, it sends a document that defines what is success for the project. Preliminary brand direction is also included in the document. Stage 3 is the proposal. The AI generates a proposal package from everything gathered across both calls, but I present proposals live. That's where objections get handled. Through all of this, Google Chat is where I manage everything. Automated actions and post notifications. When the AI needs my input, it posts an interactive card. I tap to approve, takes seconds. The entry point is a form with 5 fields: name, email, which service they're interested in, budget range, and the one that matters most. An open text field where they describe what's going on. I don't ask, what do you need? The form guides them to describe what the problem is costing them, what they've tried, how urgent it is. The more specific they are, the better the AI can score them. AI reads the submission and scores it across 4 dimensions. What's the problem costing them? Have they tried to fix it? How urgent is it? How specific is their description? That gives me a picture of their situation before I ever read the form myself. 6 to 10 means the problem is active and costing them something right now. These people are ready to move. 4 to 5, they know something needs to change but haven't quantified the impact yet. Below that, the problem that they are describing may not be urgent. Everyone gets acknowledged in under 60 seconds, but what happens next depends on the score and my evaluation. High scores, the system recommends I follow up personally within a few hours. Middle scores, it proposes asking clarifying questions to draw out more detail. Low scores, the system suggests pointing them to resources that might help. Ultimately, I make the decision how to respond, but the scoring is a factor I consider. This is where no dead air becomes real. Let me walk you through the first 24 hours after I receive an inquiry. In under 60 seconds from form submission, the person will get an acknowledgement email. This confirms I got their inquiry and it sets expectations for when they will hear from me. Within a few hours, the person will get my personal response. The AI actually drafts this based upon what they wrote. I pull it up, modify the response if needed, and send it. I acknowledge their specific problem so they know I actually read what they wrote. I also provide a quick reference to similar work I've done and give them a link to book a call. This is the most important email in the pipeline. After 2 to 6 hours, the AI picks a case study that matches their problem. Someone who needs help automating reporting gets an AI automation case study. Someone who wants an app built gets a case study on delivering an MVP. The system does not communicate without approval. It posts this card to Google Chat. It shows customer information, the selected case study, and a preview of the email. I can modify, approve, swap, or skip. The potential customer gets something I approve. It can be the case study the AI suggested, or I can change it. 30 seconds of my time. If they don't book after 3 days, they will receive an email nudge. After 8 days, I can decide to switch channels if a message or a short video would be more effective. After 13 days, one more email. After 18, they move to the warm shelf. You can't live in your email inbox when you're also delivering on client goals. So the potential customer books a meeting and the AI generates call prep notes that I can review prior to discussing their situation. After the briefing call, the recording gets transcribed and the AI processes the transcript into a structured document. The document contains their situation, goals, what we discussed, and initial recommendation. When processing is completed, the system posts to Google Chat for me to review the document. I look over what was prepared and modify anything I think needs to be revised. When I'm done, I hit send. The goal is to get the client a professional document within 48 hours of our call. That speed tells them something. I was paying attention and I'm organized. The point is to build trust from consistent follow through. Before the discovery call, the AI generates a success statement, a clear definition of what success looks like for this engagement, plus the key terms we will use throughout. The client gets both 24 hours before the second call. The goal is for us to be aligned before we sit down. After discovery, the AI generates the proposal package. It pulls from everything: the form submission, both call transcripts, briefing doc, and the success statement. The proposal has 8 sections: the situation, deliverables, timeline, investment, how we work together, plus a contract and a Stripe payment link. If they say no, the recorded transcript feeds back into the system. It tells me whether my pricing is off, whether I'm tracking the wrong leads, or if there's an objection I should be addressing in my content. Leads that don't convert get segmented by why. They went with a competitor. I check back in 6 months because a lot of engagements fail. They said maybe when we have funding. I reach out at exactly when they said the funding will be available. And if anyone on the warm shelf expresses interest at a later date, I can bring them back to active in the system and pick up where we left off. Let me put this in perspective. Every lead gets a response in under 60 seconds. Every response addresses their specific situation. Every follow-up is timed so they never wonder if I forgot about them. I'm not choosing between delivering for my clients and responding to new leads. The system handles the repetitive work so I can focus on the conversations that actually close deals. And nothing goes out without my approval. The AI drafts, I decide. That's the balance. I get speed without losing the personal touch. When someone says no, I still learn from it. The system captures why, so I can adjust my positioning, content, and my intake question. My customer acquisition process gets better over time. If you're running a service business and you're still handling leads manually, the bottleneck probably isn't your sales or skills. It's the gap between the first contact and signed proposal where things go quiet. If you want help building something like this, that's what I do. A link to book a call is in the description. The whole pipeline runs on Google Workspace. If you don't have it yet, there's a referral link below for 10% off of a yearly subscription. I also made a video on the business intelligence system that feeds into this pipeline. The link is below. Like and subscribe if this was useful. See you in the next one.